Many moons have passed, and the sole source of energy in the galaxy has been found to have been threatened.
By what? Man?
Yes, man! No, I have no idea if man's involved. But basically, without a source of energy, all of light as we know it on the planet has fallen.
Well, shoot.
Logan?
What can we
Logan!
do? We died.
Ah.
I have no idea if we actually died or not. I just thought that'd be a dramatic thing to say right now. So, with that said, welcome to this indie little platformer I have discovered. Well, not discovered, but found a long time ago and decided to finally get around to covering it. ElecHead. It is a little indie platformer, not too terribly long, where we control this little platformer guy who walks around and, thanks to the battery lodged in his cranium, can power most platforms and objects that he is touching.
Yo, you are literally the one remaining battery that also walks on two legs.
Yep. Let's go! Oh.
Well, that's it. Earth's fucked. The poor ElecHead has
Man.
died literally 5 seconds after he lived.
Yeah, I had to be careful about that. Make sure to check around. It's kind of it's slight Metroidvania aspects of make sure to check your areas and surroundings. There will be plenty of secrets and goodies, and my plan is to try and find all of them. So right away, certain platforms can be appear if you're on a surface that can be powering them up.
Ooh.
Note though, if you ever jump or lose contact with the surface you're on, the platforms will disappear.
Ah, noted.
So we gotta make sure to make it to the end and then jump up so we don't fall to our death.
So long as your the surges in your feet power those platforms, they will stay. They will stay in place. But once you hop off them, that's it. They go right back to where mommy came from. Oh,
Oh.
well, that's just rude.
Oh, fine, we can't go that way. Thankfully, I did spy an alternative exit.
Oh.
Ah, presto.
Going up here, we learned that we can now hold down to drop through platforms. It's going to save us a little bit of time. Make sure we drop down through the far right one.
Ah.
Yay, otherwise that would have tripped you up.
Nope.
Now we have our first true obstacle to be dealing with.
Oh.
Lasers.
Thomas Edison.
Wow,
I
at
knew
his
it.
finest. So just make sure to, jump through them while they're
Okay.
depowered. Oh, jeez.
Oh.
Yeah, hang on. Also, do note that some of the secrets I need to find are these little secret chips.
Oh.
I will acquire them.
Oh,
There
they
are 20
disappeared.
to find in the game, and yeah, thankfully there are 20 of them to find in the game. Let's see. I can also change my color palette from here. I can actually unlock different color palettes throughout the game as well. I'll try to find all those if I can.
Interesting. But yes, while
So,
we prove that, bitch, we support Tulsa.
Tesla, you mean?
We shall. No, Tulsa.
I think it's Tesla. Tulsa, I know there's a place called Tulsa in Oklahoma.
As in the actual guy that discovered made the light bulb or whatever that thing. The thing that Tom Edison took credit for.
Edison. Yeah, it may have been Tesla. I need to double check, but there could have been a third person. Also, do note the chains.
Ow!
They can connect between things, so it's no longer just background elements. Sometimes everything that you see on screen can and will be utilized by me.
Curse the chains
in order to
curse the chains for being conductive.
Yeah, we gotta deal with all that mess. So we're gonna head further upwards. Here we are. Actually, I am curious. What is further upwards?
Probably death. Or not.
Oh, not death yet. However, as it stands, there is a screen here that is useful for me to, it would be useful if I could see it if it was powered on, but I cannot reach the ceiling.
Not even while jumping?
Nope, no way am I gonna jump all the way up there. And the screen itself is a background element technically, as are the chains.
That's fine.
I'm gonna basically there is a power up we're going to receive that should help with this later. For now, I will move forward. Now here's a little puzzle. How are we going to reach that platform to energize it to bring it down? By touching the wall. Because the wall's connected to the ceiling. Be mindful of geometry.
So unless they're background objects, pretty much anything can be conductive.
Yes. And that means anything can be an obstacle.
Well, fiddle farts.
But if you're standing in the way, they won't appear. That's actually going to be a puzzle for later to know about. Let's see. Here's a puzzle where...
Won't even begin to question how that works, but okay.
Yep. Here, the little trick to this puzzle is that if I were to jump and land on it, it wouldn't work. So I actually have to purposefully slide against the wall to maintain a connection for it. And okay. If I walked, it would have, like, you know, been way too fast for me to catch up. And now you've reached back to this point that you saw at the beginning of this video when I was setting up.
Mm-hmm. So you barely got started.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, basically I learned about this game after watching a couple of Let's Players cover it before, and thought I would give it a shot. Since it's not a super long game, it's one that I can cover for the most part. I'm sure I can make this. Just gotta slide. And then hold on, I remember this trick from the last room. Jump!
Ah! Have another!
The tofu. Oh, double dipper there, I see. Alright, let's move forward. I don't know, like, something about, like, it's been a little while since I've experienced, like, a puzzle platformer like this. Oh, actually, how the heck? Because I can't... Oh, wait, I'm a dummy.
Yeah, you can literally just slide on the wall, and that'll work. But yeah, no, seeing this game in action so far, it does immediately make me think back to when we covered VVV a while back.
Oh, I can see that. Is it safe?
Like, every screen is more or less its own thing, and, you know, a good handful of them is basically asking you to, you know, use your own abilities to tackle what's ahead. That being said, though, we're not exactly dealing with someone who could flip gravity, but rather is just a living battery.
Yep. Here we have an issue where, similar to VVVVV, actually, good that you bring that up. Note that the checkpoint, if you touch it while it's powered up, it resets the room to how it was.
Oh.
So we actually have to think a little bit outside the box to move that down. There we go.
Ah, the age-old Mario method.
Yay. But yeah, no, I'm pretty stoked to be giving this a look-see. What do you guys think of it so far as we approach Chapter 2?
Oh, we're already at the second chapter. Nice.
Oh.
Yep. So, yeah, what do you guys think of this so far? Oh.
Well, you goofed.
We got a teleport, which actually is useful because this is how I can, this is how we can fast travel around the game.
Okay.
So now I know we need to hold left so I can land on these guys.
Okay.
Moving forward. Yeah, what do you guys think? Thoughts on this so far?
I mean, it does look pretty cute so far. Again, I already said what it reminds me of, and I mean, it's definitely running a bit smoother by comparison.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, and I got that nice smooth frame rate. Hype over here has been having his brain frazzled from doing so many rift grinds within freaking multiverses. How's that been working out? So, yeah, how's that been going?
Well, it's going fine. Like, honestly, oh boy. Honestly, I'm actually having genuine fun doing the rifts and multiverses, if for no other reason that, like, I think it goes without saying, I know people have their problems with multiverses, I have some. The rifts definitely satisfied the one problem that I had back when the beta was out, that, like, there wasn't really a whole lot of options for people that wanted to do something other than just, you know, online matches with randos and whatnot. And the rifts give some really nice offline, well, not offline, but, like, single-player content, and it's, like, you technically can complete it with a friend, and you even get, like, small bonuses if you do. But otherwise, you can just complete it by yourself if you want, and I'm really enjoying it. And honestly, just as a whole, I'm really enjoying multiverses now it's back, even if my internet really hates the thought of me going through a match.
Aww.
And I found out it especially... Oh, sorry.
Sorry, I was just going to say, basically what I'm going to be doing for the big bulk of this game, now that they've done my little test of, can I jump and, platform properly, meet the biggest upgrade in this game, the actual ElecHead itself.
Yeah.
Basically, with the reticle, now I can press the X key to chuck my head.
Oh, so you literally just become Dynamite Heady.
Yep. Do note that if you are without your head for too long, you will die. So, make sure to not
You
you
won't die, you'll just be without a body.
Yes. Uh-oh. And don't let the head die as well. But if I go here, it can power up the platforms for me.
Nice.
Now things are picking up. So yeah, sorry. As you were hype.
But yeah, just in general, like, I'm really enjoying my time with multiverses. Again, the problem that I'm talking about, like, I've heard some people talk about it, but I think it's just more so the internet connection at this new house. I've had, like, a handful of times where, like, it would kind of, like... It's not even, like, super frequently. I've noticed it's only happened after I've won matches. It's like the game is, like, so petty about me winning matches that it doesn't want me to win anymore.
Aw.
Yeah, but...
Hurry.
Otherwise, I'm still enjoying it. Like, at the time of recording, I finally got enough player currency to unlock Joker, and he's been pretty fun to toy around with. I haven't done, like, an actual match with him yet. I've mostly just, like, done a couple of rift challenges with him, but he feels pretty fun. Although I will say, like, again, I might have to wait and see how it feels. But at this point in time, I think Jason is still probably my favorite of the newcomers thus far, just because... I don't know, he kind of gives me a lot of Bowser energy in terms of how he moves, and since Bowser is one of the characters I unironically like playing as in Smash, and I can connect fairly well with how Jason feels.
Have they fixed him yet since he was, since they brought him over?
Define fix, because
Because I've been hearing from you guys that apparently he's pretty damn busted.
I know Bugs is definitely busted. I know that, I know Steven Universe has my head's upside down. Fix that.
Whoops.
Thank you.
Is there,
I know,
anything that changes if your head's upside down?
No, not really.
It's more a goof than anything, and oh. The city lives again!
What happens? I just jump and it just shuts off. It's like, oh, just
You know, I'm surprised it doesn't do that.
Nah. I wish we
that'd
could
be
bring
very
that music with
anticlimactic.
us.
That'd been nice.
Nah, off to chapter 3 already. Let's mosey.
Man.
You're right, this really
6
isn't a
chapters
long game.
in total.
This is if I ever screw up.
Whoop!
This ElecHead will now self-destruct.
What?
Wait, what?
Exactly. So be mindful.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But anyway, going back a bit to multiverses, I'll be perfectly honest, like, after the whole beta happened, I up and decided to just, like, delete my freaking WB account, because I figured I pretty much got the most of what I figured I kind of got the gist of what to expect from multiverses, and, you know, Smash clones are very much just one of those things that I think, it's one of those things where, like,
It's very hard to, like, be as good as Smash, I will agree. Like,
exactly. That's pretty much just it. You can't be Smash like Smash, and that's pretty much my stance on the matter. So once I played enough of multiverses, I pretty much had my fill.
That's fair.
We honestly were in a situation similar to that where, like, I think it was that one TikTok Wario guy that whoa, jeez.
Whoa.
Oh.
Huh. Hang on. Jump. There. That was something that that Wario guy on TikTok, the Sammy and Dugno, he was referring to. He kind of was mentioning something very similar, where it's just like, it's the sense of, like, it's just the fact that like it did so much. It's like, it's practically lightning in a bottle, where, like, it's so hard to, since it in and of itself it defines the genre. It's almost impossible to release anything without, you know, subjecting yourself to being, you know, compared to it.
Right. Like, I'd say the only reason why you'd probably stick around with it as much as Smash Brothers is if you have such a huge, and I mean absolutely, like, if it's literally the one thing in life you cherish most.
Yeah.
And honestly, this is being said by someone who's the one who thing he cherishes most, at least in terms of video games, is Nintendo. So obviously anything else I just think is just second rate.
It's
That's
very
fair.
hard. Yeah.
But yeah, no, and even then, like, I'd say the gameplay itself isn't bad, and I assume it got better once it went past early access. But even so,
I'll say, for my money, I think it's largely the same, but it has not gotten worse, at least as far as I'm concerned. Like, I'm sure people that are, like, more in the know-how of, like, the technicals of whatnot, they could probably say otherwise or not. But for my opinion, it feels about as fun as it did back in the beta.
Down.
secret.
We noted. You know, be on the lookout for that. Continue.
Is it true that they've sort of been starting to edge away from its initial focus on 2v2s?
it is still an option, and it is still one of the modes that the devs recommend you playing as. But as far as like, I think they are starting to like veer away slightly from it because I know they've changed like a handful of things, which that's another thing that like kind of impressed me in a sense with the relaunch. They rehauled a lot more in Multiverses than I was expecting to, and one of the rehauls that they did was they completely eliminated support classes. Like, any character that was considered a support class has now been relabeled to something else. Like, say, Steven Universe, he was a support class. Now that they got rid of support classes, they pretty much swapped him out to be a tank class.
Makes sense.
Oh,
Considering you shit. Oh, dang.
This makes it look like the game down well. Let's turn that off.
It does look like Downwell. Damn.
Yeah, that was the basically whenever you're going for a color palette, that's basically going to be where the game gives you kind of a harder puzzle than usual. So for this one, the trick was I needed to drink. Better. Basically, for this puzzle, what you needed to do was whenever this checkpoint was powered on, it would reset. So you needed to toss my head so I wouldn't actually power on the checkpoint, so the door would not reset. Anyway, sorry. Continuing with
Also, I guess it also should be stressed, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, this is probably a topic that would be much more appropriate if we ever do decide to go back to multiverse at some point or another. And I mean, I can at least speak on behalf of Logan, Doug, and Hype. They probably will at some point or another. Maybe even bring NECA into the mix. But I'm pretty much just going to stick around as a spectator when that happens.
I'll keep an eye on it, but I think I've had my fun with. I think I've had my fun with multiverses.
Well, I will say, though, like, as a, I'm not saying this as, like, you know, trying to change your mind, but I will say, and I think I mentioned this offline, but off video, but I'll say it for the sake of the video, they do reward people that did, like, hang out in the beta to get some exclusive stuff. Like, for example, Jason you can get for free if you were part of the initial alpha and beta.
Okay.
Oh, okay, that's handy then.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez, how far can you toss that thing?
A set distance, basically wherever the reticle is. That's basically where it's gonna like how far it'll make it. I just noticed there's that platform there, so I could power it up from afar.
Okay.
Hang on. Here comes a little fun moment I'm gonna hopefully pull off. Is that I think I can do this. If I toss my head, woo, aha! I catch it.
Aha!
Right.
Nice.
Oh, I learned this from last time.
Think a few steps ahead. Think a few steps ahead there, ElecHead.
So now here comes another interesting bit: is that if I toss my head, oh,
why did you do that?
I don't know why I thought that would work.
If I toss my head, that happens.
Oh shit! Okay, I'm seeing the issue. I can't toss my head because if I toss my head, it's going to go way too fast for me to catch my head again. So we're actually gonna have to use something that the game hopes that you cut up on if you ever stopped for too long in one place. So continue, Hype, what you were saying that Jason you think is your favorite. Were there any characters that were not your favorite previously that you think have been tooled up better in the new like public launch?
Again, when it comes to like the very finer details, I can't say for certain, but just speaking off my personal preferences, a lot of my mains still remain the same. Like I love playing as Bugs and Superman and whatnot. Going partly for challenge's sake, I'm starting to get a little bit more enamored with Garnet's playstyle. I might try to like play as her more often.
Okay. I still remember her side B or side special whatever being pretty like satisfying to like get off to land a hit on someone.
Oh, in general, she is an absolute powerhouse. Like, some of her aerials, like, if you, like, land them right, they can kill pretty early.
Dang. I still want to pull off the Bugs Bunny safe sandwich technique. This one makes it... I wonder if this guy is the same guy who did that game or not, because it definitely gives me vibes. That color palette is based on a game called Tower of Heaven. It's this... It's this almost Meat Boy-esque platformer. I may do that one for the channel at some point. It's this one Meat Boy-esque platformer where every couple floors you're given a rule that you cannot break ever. So some of them will be things like, oh, you're not allowed to ever look left, so you can never turn left for the rest of this like puzzle you're in right now. Or you can never jump onto a spike or something like that.
Gotcha.
Oh, and here we are. A second. Grab that by jumping up and down. Got it.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Sweet.
They kind of work like the strawberries did in
Celeste?
They kind of work like the strawberries did in Celeste, where like you have to like wait long enough to actually have the strawberry be collected and stuff.
Also, it's also
Right.
like the Lum coins in Origins and Legends.
Oh yeah, the skull coins.
Yep.
Skull coins, I mean, my bad.
They are.
Need to wait a little longer.
Again.
Hang on a second.
Slowly,
Now I catch ya.
slowly. Now! I gotcha!
Wahoo! Right.
And that thing's had some insane recoil.
Oh yeah. I think we're already heading into our next chapter. Thank goodness, it's been a little while.
Ah, we're already at the halfway point.
Let's see how I'm doing on my. Yep, I'm doing good on the chips. So
Yum.
zoom in. But yeah, I mean, beyond that, I mean, like, have you guys seen any? Haha, wait a minute. Have you guys been seeing any indie like games lately that have been catching your eye? I know there's been that Braid collection and stuff.
I mean, yeah, the Braid Anniversary Collection came out not that long ago. I actually finished it recently, and, well,
Wow, great.
rude.
Something I'm missing.
But yeah, no, I played through that recently, finished it, and, yeah, no, it's still as much of a brain teaser now as it was back then, and I will admit, like, it may not immediately seem like it on the surface, but the amount of changes they made between the original and the Anniversary Edition are pretty, extensive.
Ah, okay, I had a feeling. Now what?
Still shit.
Okay, there's gotta be something to...
Man, they're just mocking you at this point.
Hold on, I think I may have found something finally.
Oh, still shit.
Anything else?
How much further do we have to go until they stop throwing us their Korok seeds?
They were really like I'll admit they had me thinking that there was gonna be some grandiose reveal just then, but nope.
I wouldn't be surprised if that was partially done just to mock game developers that go this hard for their secrets.
Great.
So I guess it's then again, maybe that might be a little hypocritical on their part, considering some of the secrets they've been laying around are, take a little bit of more brain power to figure out.
They've been getting there. I'm still trying to see if I can find any other goodies, but I don't think I'm gonna find it.
I assume getting all the gold chips are pretty much like bragging rights more than anything, or do they lead to something?
Oh, there's an alternate ending that you can reach if I get them all.
Gotcha.
The color palettes are good.
So naturally, get them. Oh, jeez.
Ah, there's a cannon.
Bowser, where'd you come from?
There you are. But I guess I powered them online earlier. But yeah, no, the color palettes though, those are solely bragging rights.
Gotcha.
There we are.
Also, damn it, they just have to be powered up once and they're operational.
Yep, which is why you got to be very mindful of what you do and do not power up. Yeah, there we go. Move.
Run away!
Oh
wait,
right,
what?
shut up! That's right, because that wall was in the way.
Oh, jeez.
Gotta be quick on the draw there. Oh, heads up! I see yous over there.
Heads up, you say?
Ah, too short. Wait. Grab. Hurry back. Okay.
Yoink.
Just be careful.
Now you're halfway done.
Nice. Now, I'm actually curious. Is there something over... Okay, no, there's nothing that way. Okay. Wait, just in case. Yeah, okay. Just had to be sure. Just had to be sure. Just had to be sure.
It
So.
just won't stop firing.
How about you, Hype? Have you been seeing any fun things recently? Oh, maybe you had to be here for the dogs. Oh, and
Actually, you know what? There was one other game I just remembered that I could bring up that I actually finished a little while ago. For those of you that are in the market for more 3D N64 style platformers with a very quirky attitude to them, look up Yellow Taxi Goes Vroom.
oh, I've been hearing about that. And I wanted to see like how obtuse is the driving itself.
It's not super obtuse, to be perfectly honest. I mean, okay, you know what? I will say this much. There's some pretty crazy tech to this game that you're going to have to either figure out yourself or wait till you're near the end of the game to figure out. But even then, I'd honestly say that nothing gets super duper crazy as far as like what you're able to figure out over time. Beyond that, so I mean, yeah, no, like the game is just bug nuts in all the best ways. And I'm definitely debating doing it for the channel at some point or another.
I mean, I'd be up for it. I'd be up for some wild, like... I assume it's, like, very, like... It's very, like... how to put this? Like, self-referentially, like, yeah, we know this is a ridiculous concept. Just go along with it.
Yeah, it's very much tongue-in-cheek throughout the whole thing. Like, literally, your primary means of assistance is a mechanic who's short, fat Italian, and his name is Morio.
That'll do it. I assume I'm supposed
He has
to
his own. He has his own island that's very colorful and vibrant, like your typical Mario game, and all the many denizens of the world you come across are equally as very weird.
Perfect. Just how I like it.
And that has a score that at times honestly feels a little too grand for what it's supposed to be. Which honestly is probably, it's one of those things where, like, you can never have too much of a good thing. Especially in that department.
Okay, that's fair. As long as it doesn't, like, like drag on for too long, I guess.
Nah, it really doesn't. I'd say at the very worst, there's some puzzles that the game has that could come off as a little obtuse, especially if you aren't already aware of some of those late game strats. But
I see what I gotta do. So throw, nope, throw, got it. Hurry, grab you.
Make haste.
I'm down.
I assume the thing won't be considered collected until you get your head back.
Yeah, be energized or whatever for it to be reached. Right.
Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, no, that's pretty much like the only major indie game I can think of that I've pretty much been focused on for the past couple months or so. Beyond that, I can't think of anything else really.
Okay. Which I think I know that in terms of games that I'm personally looking forward to in the coming days, there was that I'm gonna try this. Go for it. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Okay, we're good. I'm definitely looking forward to that Astrobot game that Sony released a trailer for.
Oh man, if the PS5 had more games like that, I probably would have had one like maybe a year or two ago.
Like it looks like it's genuinely like vibrant and like expressive.
It looks fun.
It looks
fun. And it doesn't look pretentious in the slightest.
No.
Well, okay, maybe slightly considering all the cameos, but that's more of a case of like I mean, obviously, it's got a very what's the word? Like,
I mean,
that game also has its own tongue-in-cheek nature to it, but not in the way that Yellow Texio's Room is, as I mentioned.
No, but and like part of it is that like it's meant to be like a celebration of like Sony and like their games, which they should be.
Oh.
And hop. Okay, let's go. That bought us a little bit of time. But yeah, like that's all I'm thinking. Oh shoot!
Jeez, they still keep going.
Not that trick again. Okay. Now then, we made it to the next chapter. But like that's all I'm like. I in like the motions of everyone, the motion that the enemies and the bosses and all their designs that they have, like it all looks great. And the world.
It's still not very vibrant.
We gotta work on that.
There's still not much energy in it, and yeah, we must do something about that. Yeah. But otherwise, it's like I don't know. It's just I'm not gonna outright say that Sony shouldn't be having so many of these. Like, oh, clever.
Yep, you can teleport through it. Hang on, I'm gonna go back now that I reset everything because that platform should now be back at the top of the shaft. No. Okay, I'm gonna go back and then we're gonna reset. And then we're gonna go back down.
Dang it!
I don't know if that reset it or not. Let's find out.
I doubt it did, considering that it looks like all these intricate. Never mind.
Okay.
Sneaky.
All right. Oh, great! I hate this one.
More shit.
Let us begin.
Oh, it's a slot reel.
Yeah. Yep. Nope.
Shit.
Poop.
Shit.
Poop.
And more shit.
I can't think of anything that I've been, like, actively playing. There's been some that I've been, like, very curious to try about, but, I haven't really gotten a chance to play them myself.
Oh, okay.
Actually, just as you got back hype, we were talking about the recently revealed Astrobot game that's being released on PS5.
And
All right, that looks fun.
now I gotta agree with that one. I gotta agree with that one YouTuber or not YouTube. That one comment that was just like just looking at this. Just think about that. Of think about what that has to say about all these other Sony games that have been released for the past 6 to 7 years. That this one looks so incredible. It's time for a game.
Ooh, clever.
This is the closest that it gets to feeling like a little bit like VVV for me, where there's a bit of where there is a little bit of like coordination has to be done between your head and you in order to reach the goal, which I need to collect a certain amount of them.
Well, it looks like you already went past.
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah, no, you have more than enough.
Yay. Thankfully, I have experience with that.
They just up and give them to
usually,
you.
yeah, before you, it's like you have to get a chip for 10, 20, and then getting 30 of them. So thankfully, I beat the top score right away. So that's good, saves us some time. But just the fact that like that game, like with its like how expressive and like wildly animated everything is, like the visuals, the colors, like the fact that they're having genuine fun with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's just, like, don't get us wrong, like, I'm not gonna say that, people don't like the freaking, like, cinematic, games that they've been recently released for the past while. I mean, hell, they've been selling gangbusters themselves, but not to the point where, Sony can thrive on just making those games exclusively forever.
Yeah.
Like sometimes they need to, backpedal a bit and, make the smaller games that maybe don't have the same kind of, budget for all the little, like, all the freckles and moles on a character's face.
Right.
Yeah,
or the expressions that make her anything more than a wax portrait. Or a wax figure.
I mean, that is legitimately the one thing that... And I remember seeing a post talking about this. That is still, like, just the one thing that still kind of annoys me about how, like, AAA games are nowadays, where they put so much, like, focus and emphasis on, like, how a game looks. Talk about how, like, oh, look how amazing we are. We can render every single individual pore on this man's face. And I guarantee, like, a large number of people that see this, I'm sure there'll be some that's impressed by it, but a good majority of us will be like, okay, that's cool. How is this going to affect the game in any way?
Right.
Like, is the game still going to be fun, despite all these details? And I mean, I'm not going to outright say, like, it won't be fun. Like, there's, some of those games are, still very popular for a reason. I mean, look at the God of War stuff.
I think in my
otherwise, it's like, yep.
I think in my case, it's not so much a matter of, like, how it will affect how fun the game is. Like, that's still a factor. I think for me, the problem that I have with it, and that other people have been pointing out, is the fact that, like, is it really necessary, if that makes sense?
Yeah, because, like, it is going to eventually come to a point where this stuff gets so good, it's going to be hard to tell that apart from, actual reality.
Especially with...
And at that point, you may as well just be... At that point, you may as well just be watching a movie.
Especially given...
It's even just
given...
Oh,
hang on, this time
Why did you keep doing this?
Hang on, I see a secret this time. You ain't locking me out of the progress this time around. Almost. One more. Okay, that's enough toss in my head. I can't think without that thing. But yeah, the fact that
man, you ever have that feeling in yourself that you just don't have a head to think with?
Oh, here's a cute one.
Yeah, I feel that a lot.
Here's a cute little trick. Because this wall is powering those laser beams, I can't hit the door. But now that I've opened up that gap, they can't reach the powers to, the lightning bolts to power them up. I'll take out that thing.
Oh, there you go.
Alright, so now with this and the door open, another color palette is mine.
Yay.
This one...
Okay, that actually looks pretty
It's like a little froggy thing. I don't think it's Caro Blaster. I don't think Caro Blaster ever looked like that.
No, it's definitely not Caro. No, Caro Blaster had a little more variety in its palette than that. Or anything in this game, to be frank.
Oh,
I was like, wait a minute, I need that. Okay,
that would be done.
Let's see. Oh, thank you. I'm curious about something, actually. Can I make this?
Actually, there you go. Actually, while you do this, just going back to what I was saying earlier about the whole notion of the graphics. Again, my point is...
Oops, I need to keep my head.
Okay.
Continue, though.
But again, my whole point about the whole, like, is it really necessary thing is that something that, like, my problem when it comes to people focusing too much on those graphics is, like, I feel like that extra, like, effort and manpower to, like, really make games look as photorealistic as humanly possible could be better spent on, like, other aspects of a game, you know, like making sure it runs stably or that there's no, like, glaring hitches, so on and so forth. No, you don't understand.
And also that people are... And also making sure that people get the time they need to actually make it all work.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I feel like, call me old-fashioned, call me stupid, but I feel like making sure the game still runs is more of a priority than how many hairs we can render on this man's eyebrow.
Yeah, I mean, because mom's like, you can have that as, like, a big, like... You can have that as, like, a grandiose, as a grandiose, like, display of, like, look at what our game can accomplish, but if the game is not fun... then I mean the whole thing is like it's the priorities.
Then what's the
priorities need to have? That's why I don't care if Astro Boy or Astrobot, whatever. I don't care if Astrobot doesn't look like extremely like high fidelity, like real. Like I want escapism. I want really cool looking, like, you know, colorful visuals.
I want my dumb cartoony platformers again to have the same kind of budget.
Yeah.
Or at the very least enough of the budget to look about on par with like what you can get away with any other game on the market right now.
Right. Reset.
I mean, that's not to say that Astrobot. That's not to say. That's not to say that
Now we're back here. All right, continue.
But you know, that's not to say that Astrobot doesn't look impressive, like visually and whatnot. Like, it does look like a very nice looking game. The difference is that, like, it's also putting as much effort into making sure the game is fun, which is something a lot of companies aren't really making as... The companies aren't really doing that balance like Astrobot looks like it's doing.
Right.
And yeah, that's honestly where I'm at. And reset.
I mean, I guess it also doesn't help either that we've unfortunately come to a point where, like, you know, all those big, you know, games that are on Sony's catalog that, you know, get such high praise, or just, I think it also just doesn't help that the market is so oversaturated now.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty much like it's not too dissimilar to, like, funnily enough, when the mass 3D mascot platformer market was oversaturated as it was back in the late 90s and early 2000s. Hence why people were really gung ho for some of the grittier stuff, like, you know, Grand Theft Auto and you know, all the other games you can find on the PS2 marketplace.
It's also a mixture of, like,
and boy, how the tables have turned.
Right? Well, because, like, I can't help.
It was the style of the time.
And reset. And reset. There we go.
Huh.
That's a little trick of manipulating that. Everything resets around where your head is, but your head remains in the same position. So by me resetting it, I was able to put it back onto the other side of the platform so that I could actually, you know, be in position. So you get another color palette. Lightning.
Huh. Ooh,
okay,
that looks Game Boy-ish.
Yeah, it actually reminds me a bit more of for some reason it reminds me of freaking a pulse or vector or pulse man kind of thing.
Vector Man.
Right. There we go. But
Vector Man, if it was on the Sega Master System.
Here. But yeah, no, I sincerely look forward to whatever, you know, that game comes out, and it's coming out this year, so it's something I have to look forward to, which thank goodness, because I haven't really had a lot to be excited for otherwise right now. Game Boy.
Oh no, that's a Game Boy
have
color.
the Game Boy palette.
You know, I'm just genuinely. Oh shit!
Ba-da-bop.
Okay, I have a plan.
You should have stopped while you were
That's
ahead.
why my head will be used to get ahead. Wait, catch it!
Yay!
This has got to be a secret somewhere. Ah, okay. Hang on. Head. Thank you.
You ever get the feeling the world is upside down?
There it is.
Everything's gone all topsy-turvy town.
No! No!
Can you use the checkpoint?
Yeah, I can just come back here. Alright.
That wasn't what I had in mind, but this
requires a pixel-perfect jump of basically jumping and scooping on top without jumping and disabling all the platforms. So now going this way should lead me to another color palette. They're starting to. There are about I think 10 to find in the game. In addition to the 3 we already have, monochrome. That one I would almost argue is like a hard mode because with freaking monochrome you don't get to actually see what you're powering up. I think having the dual color palette helps.
Though it also
looks.
Something reminds me of another Metroidvania we should probably tackle at some point or another. Gato Roboto.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, with the freaking with like when you're piloting like that little mech guy or something.
When you're piloting the mech as a kitty cat.
That was who developed that one again? Because I remember being familiar.
Doing soft. Same people that also made the recently released Gunbrella.
Yeah. All right, so here we go.
Another game I'll likely be tackling at some point or another.
7, 6. Got it. Chat. I had the puzzle. Yeah, you're supposed to. The puzzle is reset when you get to the 6. 8. 7.
Oh, you eager beaver, you.
8. There you are, head. And there we are. Nope. Got the papa.
Oh.
Alright. Toss the head. Toss the head. I'm trying to get the hang of this.
Right, because I assume if you touch those other platforms, there'd be literal lightning strikes.
Actually, I can also touch it since that chain is touching the ceiling. It'll connect over to here to get that key. Let's get my head back before I forget.
Clever.
Starting to get a little bit more into now. The puzzle's starting to become a bit more about how do all the rooms like coordinate with one another. The map is actually, but the map isn't really that complicated. The map is just one basic great big line, and there we go. 6th chapter.
Oh.
All right, final level time.
I believe there is a secret for me.
Oh.
I believe there's a secret for me if I walk this way. How far can I go?
Why did I have to follow in the footsteps of Clayman?
Of angels and all my... It's just space. Maybe I shouldn't have been holding up. Oh.
Ah, yes, I see now. Oh.
Hang on. I found the end.
What just happened?
Oh, crap. Now I'm actually curious. Maybe there's something I missed back this way. Oh. Oh!
Oh.
Back I go.
Hopefully this all loops.
From somewhere. There's no more music.
What even is this?
Hang on.
Somewhere out there.
Actually. What the?
Oh.
Huh?
Something happened.
I don't know what I just did. Actually, I don't know. Real talk, I read about this, but I haven't actually done this in my playthrough before ever. So, I'm going in blind as you.
Oh no.
And I'm very scared now that something could happen.
I hope we didn't fuck something up.
Guess is, I think we're actually on top of the level. Let's
Can we go back, please? I'm scared.
Oh, you know what? I think we just, by falling through the entire floor, we reached someplace that we weren't supposed to actually get to yet. That is a bonus checkpoint.
Oh.
That's funny, actually. So anyway, I'm going to drop down this way, back to where the floor is, because I'm going to get to that secret that we saw in that little alcove. I'm supposed to just keep going further and further to the left until I can get inside that building. So, while I'm doing that, I mean, there's Animal Well. I'm genuinely pretty impressed with Animal Well.
I forgot about Animal Well. I actually just... I just finished that game not that long ago.
Oh, what'd you think
I've
of
heard
it?
pretty good things about it.
I thought it was fun, pretty creative. Still haven't gone out of my way to do all the post-game stuff yet, considering how elaborate it is. But I mean, what I was able to play beforehand is some of the most intuitive stuff I've seen in a game, Metroidvania so far. I mean, how can you knock down a Metroidvania that lets you use a slinky?
Right, out of complete nowhere, just a proper slinky.
Slinky.
Okay, how are we gonna do this? Oh, I'm an idiot. I can see how I can do this. And
aim true.
Toss my head. Oh, wrong way.
Why did you?
I'm trying to toss to the left and jump simultaneously to the right. Ah, close. Oh, almost.
I think you're jumping too early.
I don't think he has a choice.
Yeah.
Okay, my bad.
Oh.
Maybe you should go. You know what it is? No. Considering, isn't this the way we, isn't like the exit the way we came through last time?
Oh, yeah. Where's all this lead?
I think this all leads to the power-up you were talking about.
Right, and I'll learn how to use the power-up, and then that'll be how I get out. Oh, clever. Alright, let's learn how to get this power-up then. I go this way. Yeah, because all this is like, this would be impossible unless I get a certain power-up to assist me. Whee! So, the power-up in question is this thingy.
What is that?
This is entirely optional. You don't actually need to beat the game, but... This is... Rocket.
Rocket?
Rocket.
Oh,
shoot!
Oh, there goes your head.
Get back here! So I can toss in any direction, and it will rocket up or down.
That's neat. Is there a certain button you have to press in order to activate it?
Just pressing the throw button again. So...
Gotcha.
Oh, crap.
Yeah, you'll need
I assume we can only rocket in the direction it's facing.
Yeah, duly noted. So,
Oh,
in that
shit.
case...
No, hang on. Go back, and then jump and launch it. Like, no, go back to that platform.
Logan, this is not rocket science. He literally
Oh,
jumped.
I see what you mean.
Yeah,
Oh, I
jump.
see what you're saying. Just...
Yeah.
Oh, okay. See, this is why I appreciate having you guys here. You know what you're up to. Go. And stop. Nice.
It's always the worst feeling in the world when you're stumped on a puzzle, but then you figure it out, and then it's like, wow, this was so obvious. How the hell did I miss this?
Hold down. Oh. Thank
Hey.
you, secret.
Secretaria.
Right. And... Forward.
Wait, come back!
Then we'll go up back this way. This one, we want... Actually, how will we go about doing this one? Can I go any higher? Oh, yep, I see how to do this. Yep, 2, 3. Hup!
Launch!
There you go. Acquire. And now we're back.
Now you're back where you started.
And this now makes sense
Yeah.
how I'm meant to be able to do this. Is I throw it up like this, so I can rock it up, collect it, bam.
There you go.
Yeah.
Now you're home free.
These are actual like blind puzzles. I've never done these ones before. So,
Whoa.
so this one can only make sense if you toss it upwards, so that I can then jump and disengage. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, and here's where we were previously. Come back to Papa.
Ah.
And here we are.
Right, now, how do we get back?
Oh, I have no... Earth.
There's the Earth. Well,
I have no-
actually, if the Earth's right there, then where the heck have we been this whole time?
Oh. Yeah, we gotta cover that. Let's go back to our mission. Whoop!
But will you still keep the things that you collected?
Oh, yeah. We still got,
Okay,
still
good.
got our rocket power. But yeah, we'll cover more about what is all going... Go on ahead of me. Normally, you're supposed to... crap. Drop. Normally, you're supposed to pick up and throw your head, and pick up and throw your head, and pick up and throw your head. Oh!
Oh,
Oops.
Fair enough. You can't actually... I don't want those to touch the ceiling, otherwise... They will power up the ceiling. Got it. Alright. Okay, just go up. Thank you.
there you go.
Get this thing go up any faster?
I can't be sitting here all day doing this. Drop. Thank you. No, go this way. No, you don't. Oh, hang on. You can't come down here if I'm in the way. Now then. Okay, go up.
Sweetie demon.
Yeah. Alright, we're almost near the end of chapter... Oh, hang on. Check this out. Now?
Oh, nice.
Thank you, conductivity. We should be getting close to the end of number 6.
Thanks, conductor.
At a time. Right, and...
Well, conductor, well, that's me.
Man, I'm still waiting. I'm glad that I'm still glad that IDW references Barry, but I do hope that
Well, not even just Barry. In one of the holiday issues, you can also see the conductor and his wife.
Aww.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
the woes of not being able to double jump or wall jump.
I'm gonna get to the. Oh, and maybe toss it, and I'll go up here, and then collect it. Actually, unsure. Okay, so I know I need to keep this chained up. So maybe I. Oh, well, I'm dead. But I see now what I can do. So, what I do is toss this up, then wait. It'll now be powering the bottoms, then I can jump across this way.
There you go.
Okay. Then again, I can cheese this. Thank you.
This, this palette does kind of look like cheese.
Some nice Gouda that take me through the day. Alright, now this is gonna be just ridiculous now. Okay, okay.
Anything but blue cheese.
Oh, there's no MD in that. Restart. Okay, but at the very least, I at least see how I could potentially make it there in time if I throw it fast enough. Nope. Restart. Okay, there's definitely a trick to this. Oh, I'm an idiot. Because this is... Oh, because this guy here, his body can connect the wall. So I just have to position my head right here. And now it's touching the whole room.
Huh, okay.
Yeah. Thank you.
That is very handy.
Haha.
That's using your head.
Oh, that was fast. Yeah, I will say otherwise... Oh, aha. Oh, jeez. Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. I gotta... This is another pixel perfect one where I gotta toss my head and catch it while I'm still down here. What are they doing as far as the plot of multiverses with the Rift scenario hype?
Oh, so basically, you know how, like, back when the game was, like, first making the rounds during the alpha, they had, like, little bits of story? Like how Raindog's homeworld was devoured by some kind of nothingness, and also does things like explaining how Shaggy got his superpowers and whatnot?
Yeah.
Basically what the Rift does, and it's something you can even get a taste of when you first boot up the game, because, like, not entirely dissimilar to Ring Racers, the game kind of forces you to go through a tutorial before you actually start playing through the game. Thankfully, the tutorial is, like, pretty brief. Like, it's not as long-winded as Ring Racers is.
Okay.
Yeah.
But, the whole story that I'm getting of, like, from that and the Rifts is that it's the same as in the alpha. Like, something is, like, destroying these universes. It already destroyed Raindog's universe. And he's summoning all these heroes together to try and help him collect the gems that he needs to combat this entity. And the 2 Rift story modes that I have so far, there's supposed to be a 3rd one that unlocks in a couple of days at the time of recording. It involves a bunch of miscellaneous characters getting the gems for themselves, and which leads to, like, a group of heroes, which are, like, Batman, Shaggy, Velma, and so on and so forth to get them. And the 2 that I have so far, the 2 that they released so far, first is Joker having one of the Rift gems. Then it's revealed at the end of that chapter that Stripe stole it, and so after you find Stripe and beat him, he kind of spews incoherent nonsense, you know, as a gremlin does, but his babbling implies that Jason took the gem next.
Uh-oh.
Dang it, Jason.
And again, as we all saw from that one trailer, canonically, Jason has already killed Velma, Finn from Adventure Time, and Gizmo.
Mm-hmm.
Gizmo never gets a break, not even in his own movies.
Nope.
Yeah,
That's why we love him.
especially from his cast and crew.
Yeah, he really doesn't.
Yeah, There's
There's a reason why those movies you primarily see the actual gremlins, like Stripe and whatnot.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, they are largely the namesake, but still, it's just one of those things where it's like, poor Gizmo. It's like, his crew basically treats Gizmo the same way Bubsy's crew treats him. The only difference is that Gremlins is at least a good product.
Yeah, it's like, it's just them thinking to themselves, man, the Mogwai were a fucking mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, considering what they inadvertently birthed, I guess I can't really blame them, but...
But they were just like, they weren't meant to be cursed like that. I actually still never seen that Secrets of the Mogwai show.
I haven't either. I'm genuinely curious to see how that turns out. Like, I haven't heard anyone really talk about it.
It kind of just came and went. Like, we saw the trailer, then it released on Max, I think, and then...
So go left from the second teleporter. There's a secret down there, and that was one of the first puzzles I did. And in the title screen, I can go left. Wow, son of a gun.
Real adventurers go left?
Pretty much. So, let's go. Let's go towards...
Huh, you know, we never actually did activate the teleporter to Chapter 1, did we?
Because it is actually placed behind where you start. So, in a little cheeky way...
This game also pulls a prank.
Yep. Now that I can throw my head, because I didn't have the throw head ability just yet, I can now do some secrets. I know shit. Alright, let's move.
Well, shit.
Oh, this little guy for me.
Why can't you just have the head, like, rocket forward? Oh, yeah, there we go.
I keep forgetting I have that thing. Careful. Up, 2, 3, 4, up, 2. There we go. Now...
Well, there's no turning back.
From this point, welcome to the challenge mode, which this is... Wait a minute. Thank you. Which this is, which this is, now, how we're going to get back to, in this very wacky way. This is now the final gauntlet to the end of the game, located on our way back to Chapter 1.
Huh.
Yeah, as one does.
So, okay, there we go. Oh!
Oh,
I missed.
Well. Oh, I wished.
And...
That sounds painful and disgusting.
Yeah, that's how it'd be. Alright, back down. Alright, back in familiar territory again. Hang on. I'm actually already now curious, since I now can make my head rocket. What happens if I follow these guys upwards? Oh, hang on. Do it again. Further. Up. 2, 3.
I really hope there's something.
There's a platform I can activate.
Nothing.
Not nothing. Basically, I now know that whereas
It's
before
a premonition.
there's a platform here, which means touch this wall, which connects to the ceiling up above. A little cheeky
Going up.
No, you don't.
Oh.
You're staying right there.
Man, they're such assholes.
There we go. All right, now we're back on our trek.
You know what? They're like the freaking rock bottom buses.
Yeah. Also, I totally for a second thought you were about to say the River Bottom Boys.
River bottom boys.
What the hell was that?
Did you see that? Did you see that?
What? Did you see that? How about what?
Oh, I see the trick now. Which is I must leave that laser on to protect me from the fireballs. So I will. All right, hold up. Hold that laser for me. I'll be right back in a moment.
Random discussion, but like, did we ever decide if we wanted to do like a Muppet movie marathon for our movie nights?
I know we watched.
See
I know
the
we watched a chunk of the first Muppet movies, but I know I
I think the only ones we really saw were the first one and the second one.
Yeah, Great Muppet Caper.
That's true. Ah.
Like I wouldn't mind watching the
Christmas Carol.
Carol.
and Christmas Carol. But didn't we also see Treasure Island?
We didn't.
Oh yeah, I think we did. Maybe. Oh no,
No, we didn't. I don't remember seeing, or maybe you guys did like on your own server or whatever. But I definitely don't remember us doing it on
I
ours.
don't believe so. Then.
Well, you know what? I'm not against watching it again because I do love it.
Okay. And then I forget. I don't think we hold this wall. Hold this wall so that platform doesn't get away. We need to keep it conductive at all times.
As far as like other movies, I know we haven't seen Take Manhattan yet. Oh boy.
Oh,
All right, I know.
We haven't seen Take Manhattan, we haven't seen Space, and we haven't seen the 2 revival movies.
should we even bother seeing Space?
Is the biggest.
Well, I mean, like, considering all the schlock that we went through in the other marathons, like, we watched all the bad Bluth films. I feel like it's not going to be that hard for us to get through Muppets in Space.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, sure. We
That's
did
very
put up
true.
with Troll in Central Park. Was I mean, was the biggest issue of the shit room. But I know the
boy.
tricks now from before. And have a rocket head because of an Easter egg I found for the first time in this playthrough.
Yes.
Yeah, I just realized we didn't make the joke sooner. We've become Rocket Head!
Hey, you will never
Worry
want
about
to
this?
just that, what was should I say? Was, Muppets in Space, like, biggest problem the fact that it was, shall we say, just boring, didn't really do a whole lot?
That is my assumption. Again, it's been years since I've seen it myself, so I don't know if it's like fully accurate. But oh boy,
Back here, you.
Back here!
There we are.
like the only real like claim of infamy I know that it has is that it's apparently the very last Muppet-related thing Frank Oz worked on.
Like, him as the director.
Well, not even just as a director, but even just like playing in the Muppets, because like. Well, even then, it's kind of half true, because he still voices his characters. Like, he still voices Fozzie and Piggy and so on, but, like, he wasn't there to do the actual puppeteering.
Oh. Yeah.
I mean, he was getting up there in his years, and hey, look at that. We're now in chapter
Good,
1.
as we should be. A body.
Hey, yo.
Without a soul.
Poor sap, he died so close to achieving his goal.
Actually, now that I think about it, that wasn't even a body. That was a straight up head.
Well, thankfully, this ElecHead will be able to complete its mission.
What's that, Logan?
Well, when we reach the top of this ridiculous elevator that is still going.
The suspense is
How
killing
long
me.
is this going to
This is
take?
taking me forever. This is taking me forever to the point where I don't know if I want to go for it. There we go. Sheesh.
Oh.
Alright. Power!
Oh.
Wait a minute, what about your body?
Trying to do the rocket thing.
Oh.
Oh. Wait a minute.
This is our new body now.
Did we destroy...
What?
Oh, no.
The moon base.
So did we lose, or...
We have become the new source of energy for the universe.
Oh.
Oh. And all it took was blowing up the moon.
I'm sure the planet will thank us for our accomplished one day. Yeah, no, that was the main campaign of ElecHead. Nama Takahashi, and yeah, I think the puzzles are really fun. The music kind of has a little bit of a earwormy nature to it. I like, and I'm a fan of these little games. If I had one critique, is that even with all the little goodies I can find, like I've been showing off, this game, I worry it may be a little bit too pricey still for what you got. Like I think it's still like a $10 to $15 game. Where
It's like $10 from what I remember, but I think when it came out, it wasn't on sale for like what, $7?
okay, and I think that's fair. I mean, supporting the developers and stuff
is
aside,
$10 really too much for this price?
I guess we cleared it pretty quickly, and then it's only been about maybe an hour or so.
Yeah, roughly. I mean, actually, now that I think about it, did you even find all the gold chips? Oh, you missed two of them.
That'll be for the true ending, which I'm going to do as well.
Oh.
So first of all, I'm going to show this. You can only get this by what I'm doing is I'm holding left right now. You can only do this if you held left at the start of the game or after seeing one of these ending sequences. This one in particular, because if I hold left, since you drop in on the first title screen, now I'm up here.
Oh, nice.
And this hides another color palette.
Huh, clever.
Frisky and fancy.
It's pink!
Kind of. So let me double check, see how many of these I actually have. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I'm missing one. Oh, and you know what? I know exactly where it is.
Whatever it is,
too.
it's probably along the way.
Yeah, I know where it is. Right, alright, anyway, this is where it is. This is what you do. You're going to jump and toss it. Almost. Where basically what we're going to do is we're going to jump and toss this thing off screen, and then I'm going to position myself on the pixels of between the two rooms, because then it'll be in that situation where it can both power it and not have the because I'm gonna do that trick, you know, where like I jump up the platforms since I can let them appear for me.
Oh.
Come on. This one also took me a little bit, but I know I can get it. So jumping through. There it is. So now I just start jumping up. Shoot.
There you go. Oh.
Alright, one more time.
You had to slip run on the very last part, on the very last brick.
Of course, of course. Oh. Okay, but no, but again, once I get these, the home stretch is nearly here. Damn. I gotta get, this is gonna get a couple more deaths out of me, I'm afraid. This actually has me now a little worried for freaking Tower Heaven. Maybe I won't be ready for the challenge ahead. There we go. Got it.
Ooh.
This was based on Commodore 64.
Yeah, this definitely looks it.
Man, remember the Mega Man games for Commodore? Should we do those for the channel?
Okay, there were Mega Man games for the Commodore 64.
I believe so, and I believe they were just as ugly as you'd think they were.
Wait, are you talking about the MS-DOS ones?
Yeah, you might, because I'm pretty sure by the time the Mega Man
MS-DOS
games started coming out, the Commodore was kind of on its, like the, not the Commodore, that's more like the ZX Spectrum, I think.
Maybe it was. I just remember seeing it in the awful games block of one of those games done quick like live streams. They covered these Mega Man games that were so jank looking.
I think the one you're referring to are the MS-DOS Mega Man games, because I remember those things looking doofy as shit.
Yeah. So, I realized now, earlier when I was like acting scared because I didn't know what had happened, why there was a sudden flash of light, we had actually activated this teleporter by accident since we were walking on the roof of the whole world because we fell so far we wrapped back around to the other side of it.
Oh.
So, welcome to the question mark place. And this is important because this is where we need to have the rest of those gold chips.
Shoot, well, we're going to have to find the rest of them.
Thankfully, the last two are just over here.
Really?
Wow.
Yep, and they're going to require some little tricks, such as, you noted, James, I could teleport even while in midair.
They'll actually let you do that.
And it keeps the chip.
Huh.
Oh.
These are the only two instances where it actually matters, though. So I'm going to throw my head, because that also powers the ceiling. Hurry, 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 hurry.
Hurry, hurry.
These guys.
Take me home!
We're back.
Oh! You did it.
Phew. And there you go.
Man.
Now I can access the true ending of the game.
Devil
And I believe
damn.
I got every checkpoint.
Well,
There you go.
let us see what's beyond the gates.
Well, we had destroyed the entire moon base in order to create a power for the new galaxy. And that kind of stinks, don't it?
I mean, we blew up the moon to do that.
Yeah, I don't want to blow up the moon. We got a little ElecHead here on, and I don't want to see him blow up the moon. So let's go with Plan B.
What's Plan B?
Well, Plan B does not require blowing up the moon. So that's A-okay with me. We get to protect little ElecHead here. We just need to find ourselves an alternative source to become the power of the galaxy. And thankfully, if we get to the top of this stupid, ridiculous elevator once again... My lord, how many screens this is up. Thank you. Okay, we made it.
What the?
Oh.
Wait a fucking minute.
That's a gun. I
Powering
guess
up.
something has to die.
ElecHead? You fucking blew up the Earth!
Well, you know what? They don't have to worry about energy anymore.
And there you go. This is the part that has a lot of people confused, like, wait, which was the good ending? It's like, I don't think there's supposed to be one.
Either which way, the Earth is not going to make it unscathed.
But little ElecHead down there is going to be A-okay, and that's all that matters to me today. Yeah, that's ElecHead. There you go.
Okay, then.
It's a
Was
wild...
that supposed to be is this supposed to be like a thinly veiled revenge plot or something?
I actually have no idea. I know that, again, I know that his plan has, like, a couple of, like, little wacky things going on in it. But yeah. I'm not entirely sure, but so yeah. No, I thought this was a fun little fun little jaunt in a game.
Well, I definitely will say after seeing this game in full, it's I can definitely agree that it's definitely got its charm, but it's also like, wow, interesting endings this game's got.
Yeah. No, it definitely kind of comes out of complete left field because none of the game was really leading up to this, and whatever plot, I have no idea about the universe, the energy of the galaxy, or whatever. I just kind of interpreting as best I can.
Right. Like, the most we got from the beginning is just that, the one energy supply the Earth had was pretty much just, it went up in smoke or whatever.
Right.
And we pretty much have to fill in the gap. So either you blow up the moon so that way it has its own storage of energy, that kind of the supply of the Earth, tides be damned. Or we just, just go the other way around and just say, well, we're fucked. Blow us up.
Yeah, start again, start fresh. But yeah. So that is it for this.
And next time, go eco-friendly.
Yes, that is the way to go. But so I'm looking it up. So there was a couple of other games that this developer had made. One called Death Rocket, one called I Want to Eat the Sun, one called Projection Remains. So it looks like he wasn't the one who made Tower of Heaven. I need to look up who made that game because I may cover that for the channel. Tower of Heaven game was created by American studio ASCII Soft.
Oh, ASCII Soft. That's the same developers that made Katana Zero.
Oh, really? No kidding.
I think that's the same one, anyway.
I'm googling that right now. ASCII Soft. Yeah, they did Katana Zero. They did a game called Overpowered. And I believe, Tower of Heaven, I believe, is a stage that is in Rivals of Aether. They have a stage based on Tower of Heaven.
Huh. Okay.
So yeah, I think I'll try. I think I'll try to figure out getting a Tower of Heaven and cover that for the channel. It's also not a super long game if you know what you're doing and are a-okay with them. Them rage platformers kind of scenario. But as we wait for an eventual Katana Zero sequel that needs to be made at some point.
Or a follow-up to that freaking thing they left, that secret area they left behind at the end of the first game.
Right.
Or just the end of the game in general. When I say first game, that's the only game they currently have.
Yeah, please.
Man,
So,
I need to go. Yeah. I need to replay Katana Zero one of these days.
It was a really fun time, though. I remember enjoying that.
Anyway.
Yep, so that's it. Thank you all for joining. This was ElecHead. There really is not much in the way of a title screen, so it's kind of just, me powering off for now. So stay tuned, everybody, for the next WoW platformer I cover. Have fun.
All right, until next time, everybody.
Bye-bye.